Final press conference for the Boston University Terriers. Just a quick note, this is the first time since the NCAA went to 4 regionals and 16 teams in 2003 that all 3 games of the region tournament have gone into overtime. Joining us on the stage, head coach David Quinn. Student athletes include Jacob Forsbacka Carlson and Doyle Somerby. Coach Quinn, would you like to start us off with an opening statement?
Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Minnesota Duluth. They've got a great team. They're well coached. There's no secret to why they've been one of the top 2 teams in the country from start to finish. They're mature. They're experienced. They got a great goalie, and they found their way to win tonight. And it was just another great hockey game in this regional. Certainly incredibly disappointing for us. I thought we played well tonight. We got out of the gate quick, scored a goal to get a 1-0 lead. I thought the second period was a little sloppy for us. We were able to get out of there 1-1, and I thought the third period we were playing well. They got the goal to make it 2-1, and we never quit. And we tied it to make it 2-2, and had some chances after that. And then, they get the power play in overtime, which was the right call. I mean, it's a penalty, and our penalty kill's been great all year, and we just weren't able to kill the last one. And a great play by them. They make an unbelievable play to keep the puck in. We win the draw, and Doyle does a great job firing around, and that kid makes I don't know who it was, but he makes an unbelievable play to keep the puck in, and Doyle makes a great block, and he gets a little bit staggered, and they smell blood, and they take advantage of it, and that's what great teams do, and that's why they're going the Frozen Four. They've been doing that all year long, and you got to give them a lot of credit.
Thank you, Coach. At this time, we're going to ask that your questions again be directed to the student athletes. And to keep things organized and moving, we're going to just raise a hand and we'll get you a mic from a mic runner. And at least for your first question again, identify yourself and the news organization that you're representing. And please wait to ask your question until you have a mic. So go ahead and who would like to start with questions for the student athletes? Oh, right down here.
Chris Bichet, BU student radio for either of you guys. Obviously a tough loss. Just put into context for you, Doyle, the 4 years you've had here as a BU Terrier.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate Duluth on a game they just played in the win, and come a long way in my 4 years, first 4 years of Coach Quinn, and you get 10 wins your first year. You don't really know what to expect after that, and to make the tournament 3 times in a row is pretty special. And obviously, I wish it ended better, and you always want to write the right end of the script, but it's just it's a tough game.
Do we have any additional questions for the student athletes? That should do it. Thank you, gentlemen. Excuse the student athletes, and now questions for Coach Quinn. Any questions for Coach Quinn? Right down here.
Dan Schulman, BU Student Radio. Coach, you switched Keller and Roberto on the top 2 lines. What kind of led to your thinking in doing that?
Those guys have pretty good chemistry, and I think Jacob was playing great over the weekend, so I just thought that that combination would work well together. I thought that line had a lot of chemistry in the short time they were together, and I thought it gave him a little bit more pace to that line. And I thought Jordan had a great night tonight playing with Roberto and Bobo. So you're always trying to find the right combinations, and we were doing that all the way to the end.
Sam Members with the Boston Globe. Coach, you mentioned this a little bit about the power play, but to just give up so many power plays to the other team, did it kind of feel like it eventually for you that might come back to bite you guys?
Was that their third power play tonight? Yeah. I mean, if we keep it under 4, that's a good night. So penalties weren't the problem tonight. It was the timing of the penalty that was the problem. And I don't know how many we had killed in a row. I mean, we hadn't given up a goal in the postseason until that one. And, disappointing. Disappointing that we only got 2 power plays. I think we only had 3 minutes of power plays tonight, and we only had 3 minutes last night, which we could have a nice lengthy discussion about that, but I'll bite my tongue. But that was definitely a penalty tonight. I mean, they had to call that penalty in overtime.
Dane DeCray, College Hockey News. This is a pretty special team you have with the draft picks and with your 4 first-rounders. No one knows what's going to happen, but can you talk about the team this year and what to expect maybe in the offseason and going into next year?
Well, it was so much fun coaching this team. You know, obviously we won draft day and we won the summer accolades contest, which doesn't mean anything when October rolls around. And you know, they came to the rink every day working hard. They were coachable. It was a fun group to be around. They cared for each other. You know, our immaturity showed throughout the season, but as Charlie said last night, you're asking an 18-year-old act like a 22-year-old, and that's hard to do. It's hard for a 22-year-old to act like a 22-year-old, let alone an 18-year-old act like a 22-year-old. But I can't say enough about this team. It was such a great group to coach, and you know, our biggest concern as a staff when the season started was, were we going to think we were better than we actually were? Were we reading our press clippings? Did we, you know, take for granted that we were just going to be able to show up and win hockey games? And that never was the case. I mean, you know, sure, we, you know, got too cute at times and we were immature at times, but it wasn't from a lack of respecting your opponent or thinking we were better than we were. And you know, I give Doyle and our seniors and our leadership a lot of credit for making sure that didn't happen. And I give our freshmen a lot of credit for, you know, respecting college hockey, respecting each other, respecting their opponent. They did a great job managing all these expectations and all the pressure they faced.
Matt Semish, USA Show. David, last night after the game, you were joking about not telling the players bedtime stories after, you know, how that game went. How did you and the rest of the coaching staff work with the players before the game today, considering? And is there anything that you guys did for the game today that you would change if you could do it over?
No, I thought Kyle Check and Ben Prentice did, our strength coaches did an unbelievable job keeping our guys energetic and, you know, really helped them recover. I mean, we had legs tonight. I thought we had a lot of jump to our game. I mean, there was a second period that was a lull, but you know, we played great in the third period. I thought we got off to a great start. I didn't think we looked like a team that had played, you know, 2.5, you know, a game and a half last night, you know, and you know, there's nothing we would do different. You know, I thought we had some great chances tonight, and he played outstanding in that. I mean, the save he makes on JFK in the first period with his pad was unbelievable. We had some other great chances, but you know, you're going to face great goaltending this time of year, and you know, we faced a great one tonight for sure.
We have a question right here. Last question.
Sean Davidge, Sports Blog Nation. Talk about your offense late in the game. After you guys fell behind after Anderson scored, it just seemed like you guys were just absolutely relentless with your offensive pressure.
Yeah, well, I think that can happen. I think you saw that last night too when we played North Dakota. You know, it's 3-1, and all of a sudden desperation sets in, and you never want to play desperate. You always want to have that urgency, but your season's on the line. And you know, I thought we were doing a great job before that too. I thought we amped it up a little bit after they made it 2-1, but I thought we were playing well leading into, you know, before they got the second goal. But you know, we just remained calm and kept grinding away, and you know, play the right way, and eventually, you know, you might get a break and you might be able to beat him. And Harper makes a heck of a play, coming down and cutting in, and just he's got such a quick release, and that thing got into that in a hurry. And you know, one of the things we were trying to do throughout the game through the neutral zone is make that flat pass, that wide pass, which was open. I thought we really got away from it in the second period, which, you know, bottled ourselves up. We turned it over, but I thought we did a much better job doing that in the third period, and we came up the ice and, you know, had some speed and some puck possession, and you know, it looked like we might get another one before the game ended, but we just weren't able to do it.
All right, that will conclude the press conference for the Boston University Terriers. Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.